Hello? Note, one side of my hair is, the curls are much longer now, and one side is still very short. Isn't it nice, all these curls? Wow. I really like looking myself in this mirror. Really should probably get clothes that fit. Oh well. Look how tight those are. So hello everyone. Anybody there yet? Well, I've been playing with Zane tonight. He wanted to play Minecraft, so we've been very busy. And he wanted to put paintings on the wall, but there were all these Minecraft paintings of monsters. And so I decided I would make maps. And so I tried to make a map. You go out and then you get to the edge of your map and then you click a new map and then you get the next one. You go to the edge of it and do the same thing. It's kind of difficult and I have a bit of a headache because I was going to quit playing. Oh look, we have people here. Hello people. Good morning, evening, good evening. I just thought I would check in before bedtime. Say hello. So what's been happening out there in the big world? Did you get a lot done today? Did you enjoy your day? Did you have peace? I've been making these Minecraft maps. Oh, hi, binary boy. You must be a computer whiz, zeros and ones. Is that base 2? Zeros and ones? Oh, I forget where you are. I guess I do know one thing. You're on the planet. It's pretty hard to get off of it. Stop the world, I want to get off. It was really interesting during COVID when they actually stopped the world. I don't know if anybody got off or not, but it was really weird to have the whole world locked down at the same time. You remember that when there was the price of gas was so low nobody could give it away? It was below zero because nobody was going anywhere. Everybody was on lockdown all over the whole world. Oh, you started some cabbage seeds. Good job. Do you like cabbage? I like cabbage. I never grow it. It's one of those, I find I don't have very good success with that, what is that? That's, Boreal. Isn't that the family of all those, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale? Oh, collards is good. I should plant collards, but I don't think you can get collard green seeds here. They're really good. Basically, I have a hard time with those because I think the bugs get them. There's a trick. If you plant them outside from seed after the cabbage, if you plant them outside the spring from seed, then the cabbage butterflies, yeah, then the cabbage fly, the white cabbage moths, what are they called? Anyway, those white battery, we had a full battery a minute ago. I will plug you up. Ah, brassicas, yeah, that's the family. Well, I find that if I plant the seeds or plant seeds outside in the garden, by the time they're up and ready or starting, the cabbage butterflies have already come and gone. But if you grow them early and put them out, then you get all the bugs in them. And I'm giving up on doing broccoli too. Of course, maybe the bed I put the broccoli in was the problem. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. Is it Anne with an E? I always think it's Anne with an E. I guess I have to... I think it is, isn't it? Excuse me. So did you have a successful day? How was it today? Were you guided by the Spirit? Oh, it is, yes, Anne with an E. Just like Anne of Green Gables. Did you ever watch Anne of Green Gables? She's pretty cool, isn't she? She can talk a hind leg off a mule. according to Marissa. Is Marissa the mother or the guardian? I think it's Marissa, but I'm not sure. And I forget the other guy's name. Oh, hello, 3 people. Yes, I did and was guided by our Lord. And what were you prompted to do today that you might not have thought of otherwise? It's interesting to figure out how you hear him. I hear him by little visions, little pictures of what I should do. And it works. Hey, I changed the end of the vacuum cleaner today. That's good. My vacuum cleaner was getting pretty finicky. Just more prayers. Huh. Anyway, I just got a message there. A Pictionary game tomorrow. My daughter-in-law's company. It's a non-profit company. She helps seniors get connected on the internet. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Do you have a certain time of day that you study and pray? I don't really have a set time, except now when I start videos in the morning, I pray. And I think that's good for me because I pay attention better. Yeah, that's a good thing. I've been rather delinquent with my scriptures. Oh, there's also this emotional resilience program I had signed up in with Willem, and I quit. I dropped out because it goes on till about 9:15, and I can't pay attention after about 8:30. And it sort of drags. There's a lot of lagging time, and I can't do it. So I started doing it on my own. So this week I was supposed to look and see, are there times in my life when I have negative emotions like doubt and fear and yeah, that's hard, eh? But the more we read his word, the better it is for us, eh? Like, you really are filled with light when you read it. If it's open, I'll read it. I have to trick myself. If it's open, it'll catch me. And so I have Twitter with all these different tweets that come in all day. So my daughter-in-law's messaging me. So just a second. There. He was asking if I wanted to play tomorrow, and I had to answer because otherwise, she wouldn't know. Is that because you haven't been able to attend church? She says the past 2 years have been harder spiritually. I find that there's so many distractions out there, so many calamities and calamitous chaos going on all around us. It does mess us up when we think about it. Yeah, we couldn't go to church. We had a Zoom devotional, which was about an hour. And that just didn't do it. It was not the same. Yeah, it is very distracting. Yeah, and you get involved in it, and you have opinions about what the opinions out there are. And then you get sucked in, and then, I was very sucked in. During the last presidency, I waffled between horrified and disgusted, I guess, anyway. But now that's over, and I can just forget about all that. Sort of. But you gotta really, it's better to go on YouTube and watch, for me, it's better to watch things like Red Green Show, where he's doing these outrageous things like, yeah, they've been stressing that at church lately, that You really have to put the distractions aside. Everything is a distraction for me. I'm distracted from my distractions. At least I focus when I pray, if I pray out loud with you guys. If I pray by myself, I get distracted and get up, and before I know it, I'm in the middle of something, but I was praying a moment ago, and I never, I wander away. Hey, do you have orthotics? I have orthotics, and I don't wear shoes in the house, and so in the winter, I'm in the house a lot, so I couldn't wear my orthotics, so I stuck them inside my socks. So my orthotics are in my socks, which is awesome. It's really awesome because every time I step, it's good for me. I don't know if it'll wear my socks out quicker. Is it wearing them out? I don't know. Hi, Susan. Well, what did you think of our marathon, Nancy, today? Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. Yeah, and so as I walk, it's good for my back. It's good for my knees. I gotta get my knees back in shape. This is a really good thing for them. Do you realize that it has not been just 2 years since I got new orthotics? It's like 7 years, he said. No wonder he was older. He's a grown-up man. He was a young fellow when I first started getting orthotics from him. My house has gotten a bit chilly, so I have reclused myself to the bedroom where there's a heater on. Then I don't have to worry about it. We had the rest of that scalloped potato stuff tonight. I made almond milk, but I made it way too thick, so I used way too many almonds for the amount of stuff I needed. And then I also added too much. It's Anne with an E. It is the A of her name. What's the rest of your name? Elaine. Elaine. Like Elaine. A walk down the lane. Honeys. Oh, I saw one of your videos, Susan, with your house. It was really neat to see your house. It's a nice, cozy house. But that dog wasn't Bear. That was a different dog. Oh, and somebody else had some videos up. They had a beautiful plant that was a banana plant or some kind of a plant. Maybe it was a banana plant. Anyway, I didn't finish watching it. I couldn't comment because it was on the television and there was a distraction. Driven to distraction. Look, 5 people and 1 thumbs up. How are you folks doing today? Yeah, that's old. It goes with the territory. Everything's old to us. Except things that happened like 10 years ago. That's pretty new. It's getting too warm in here, all this heat. So I have my sewing machine going. I can actually use my sewing machine now. So now I was going to make this cape for Maya. So now I could actually do it. Yeah, everything is... So how'd everybody do today? There's 6 of you on here now. So there's Susan and Anne and Binary Boy. Or did he come and go? Who else is here? I am cozy. I am laying on my bed. Yay! Oh, that's a heater. Can you hear it? It's over there on the wall. It's a wired-in heater. 7 people. Everybody's winding down, checking out what's on the thing before they go to bed. Hi, Suze. It's really nice seeing these same names all the time. I'm getting to know you guys. Y'all. All y'all. So it snowed again today after I snow blew. I snow blew twice. I didn't really accomplish much, did I? Oh, wait a minute. I did some stuff. I tidied up in the kitchen, just a little. didn't do the dishes by time. Oh, and I cleaned the bottom of my colander. big, big accomplishment of the day. And I changed the plug on the vacuum cleaner. And I let you guys watch the birds while I went out and snow blew. And then I went out again and snow blew. And I played. Oh, yes. I was cleaning out a cupboard, found a cute ceramic teapot and 2 china cups, so I'm having a proper cup of tea. Oh, how nice. I like a proper cup of tea, but you know, then you have to keep refilling it. Because I just chug-a-lug. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Fill her up. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Good thing I don't drink alcohol. So, oh, that's right. I also cleaned out that drawer. Yes, indeed. I cleaned out the drawer. I've decided how to refer to my cupboards in the kitchen. So you go in the kitchen from the living room, and on the left, the first thing you come to is the broom closet. And then you have the first column. The column consists of doors, big doors at the top, middle-sized doors, drawer, and 3 drawers. A small one and 2 big ones. So that's the first column. The second column is just like it. The third column is just like it. And then there's the coat closet. Then there's the freezer. So and then there's the cupboard by the dishwasher. By the wash machine. And then there's the corner cupboard with the dishes in it. And then there's the bottom corner cupboard. And then the other side, did I see stuff? You snowblowed too? Who are you talking to? Who else snowblew? I snowblew. I thought Willem was very busy doing something or other. And so I went out there and it was warming up and I figured that the ice was probably not as hard anymore. And sure enough, it was very breakable. And I was able to snowblow. I did all the way around the deck, but I didn't do the treehouse deck too well. There's a place where now it goes in the back and I couldn't really get to it. So that wasn't really perfect. But oh well, right? Oh well, you do what you do. Read that again. All right, what does it say? Oh, see, you did stuff. I'm dyslexic, I guess, eh? Isn't that interesting? I thought it said, did you see stuff? See, you did stuff. You snowblowed too. I did. I blew it all away. It was really cool. I love the powerful machine. I'm telling you, you got stuff done. And I did a lot on Minecraft. Well, I took you with me the whole day, anybody that happened to be there. People might have come in and out for a minute, but I have this beautiful place I found, which is a jungle biome. And so there's all these vines and bushes and trees, and you can't see the sky. And there's little streams all through it, little puddles. And I found I had a set of polar bears. So I coaxed them over in between all the bamboo, and I gave them each a piece of bamboo, and they had hearts coming up, and all of a sudden there was a little tiny polar bear walking around beside them. I did that twice. So there's 2 baby polar bears. So now there's 4 polar bears in there. You did watch 90%? Wow, Susan, did you have fun? Was it fun seeing my whole life for the whole day? See, I do stuff in the morning and I film it, and then that's it. Well, whenever the morning ends. Sometimes it doesn't end until 2:30 or something. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. Hi, Becky. This is Becky. I'd like to introduce to you Becky Smith. She lived across the road from me in my life, from when I was 7 until I grew up. And she used to come over to my house, and we would play in the backyard, which was a woods, and it was on a hillside, and there was a river down at the bottom. So we would play down at the river. She had her rock she would sit on, and I had mine, and we would walk along the river road. There was a road they put through to put in a sewage drain when they built all the new houses. So there was sort of a road down there, but it was just the woods, and the woods grew back up over it. But we would walk along down there, and then there was a pipeline, of course, and And then we would go across this one part of the pipeline that was across a big, deep ravine, and we would walk across there. And then the other direction, if we went down to the bottom of the hill to Harrington's house, they had a rope swing over a ravine, and we used to all line up there on both sides. Becky, Buster, Larry, and Cynthia, Nancy, and Charles. And then, of course, Doug Harrington, and probably Kevin Maurer, and Elizabeth Bell. The Laboons were too young. Remember those days, Becky? Those were the days. And we'd pile up the pine straw in her backyard, because we didn't have pine straw in the backyard. And she had a big kind of a rectangular backyard, and it was just perfect for playing football. And she had a creek in her backyard, and so we would go down to the creek, and it was kind of a smelly creek. What did it smell like? Sulfur? Or was it rust? Or is that the same smell? Anyway, it kind of smelled yucky, but there were these crabs, these little crawfish in there. And we would clear the whole thing, and then we would make little dams, and we would dam it up, and we would catch the crawfish. I don't know what we did with them. Did we actually catch them? Did we actually touch them? Yep. Hello, Robin. Robin Hill. Almost like Robin Hood. Is that a pushpin? Oh, it's a rose. Hello, Robin. I had a friend once named Robin Repass. Her father was my dentist. She wasn't really my friend. She was in my grade. And we knew each other, but, you know. So Becky has her own high school down in Florida. And she, is it high school or is it all grades? And she tutors. That's why it says A+ tutorials, because she's a teacher. She's the principal, too. Look, we are up to 9 people and 5 thumbs ups. This is fun. That's the only thing that changes on here. Not sulfur. I think just mud. Yes, mud does smell. Interesting. There was sort of a reddish goo sometimes. All grades plus adult ed. Carmen Mejias. Hi, Carmen. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Oh, hi, Grateful Johnny. Just coming in. Well, I thought, today I kind of ignored everybody. I was on for 9 hours, but I was just doing my life. And I was mostly playing Minecraft. First, I went from that place, my beautiful place, and I was breeding panda bears. And they were rolling over head over heels. They're so cute. And then I was really lost, but I found my way home, and then I found a horse, and I tamed him, and I got a saddle. I was looking in some chests, and I found some. I'm doing fine, and seems like most other people are doing fine. How's everybody doing out there? I mean, assuming everybody is fine. We haven't heard back from Ellen today. I own a music studio and record most of the artists around my area. I also give out lessons on how to be a music producer. Hey, that's really cool. Good job, Robin. That's very cool. I know a few people that do things like that. Mostly people are doing it for themselves, I think. But I don't know. Be nice if Willem did that, if he put out an album of his stuff. But I don't know how it's ever going to happen, because he's got other interests. He's composing. Oh well. But he wrote some really beautiful pieces. There's his Variations on a Theme by by Robert Burns or something like that. I would love it if W.I. What kind of music? He's a pianist. Yeah, he plays the piano. So he's written this piece that's about 20 minutes long, and there's all these variations. So it starts out, there's a theme, and that's by Robert Burns or somebody long ago. Maybe somebody Burns, maybe not Robert. And then And then he wrote another one that was called his Variations, and then he wrote another one that was called his Valentines. And he's recorded them. He's put them on MP3 stuff, and anyway. But I've recorded them on YouTube. Isn't it a great community? Over here tonight, it is almost 9 o'clock. And where are you? You have a Spanish-sounding name. Yes, I would love it if he would make an album too, but, you know, whatever. Maybe his kids will do that for him one day. I don't think they will, actually. Daniel. Perhaps Daniel would. You know, it's really cool. When Daniel was growing up, he didn't like Dad too much because Dad was the one who was angry. You know, he's like, my sweet, quiet, kind husband, you know, like, if those kids messed up, they'd get in trouble. They get sent to their rooms. He's a big man, and so all he had to do is boom his voice. And anyway, but now, Daniel in Vietnam, he'll phone up and want to play the piano, want him to show him his piano playing and vice versa. Ask him questions. What was the name of that piece? No. So what time is it over there, Carmen? So Robin, how long have you been doing this? Robin, and where are you, Robin Hill? Almost like Robin Hood. That's what I think of when I read the word Robin Hill. Maybe robins on a hill would be a good thought to have. Robins, if you want to attract robins and have them nest at your house, they like just a little shelf with a roof over it. Protected if possible. And they will make a place in the fork of a tree, just right down in the fork, and they just need a one or two or branches leaves over the top. As long as they've got leaves over. I think that Daniel is better with that now. Oh, you're in Philadelphia, Carmen. Huh, nice. Philadelphia. How do you feel about Philadelphia? My aunt lived in Philadelphia once. She lived upstairs, and I felt it was quite dangerous. Oh, robin is your state bird. I don't know if Ontario has a provincial bird. Oh, it's the loon. Well, that would be Canada bird is the loon, and the beaver is Canada's animal. The beaver was the first trade in Canada. Here's some little Canadian history. So in the beginning, before the people came, there was companies. Hi, Aaron McLaughlin. Wow, what an Irish name. Wow, do you play the fiddle? Do you ever have kitchen band stuff happening? I like the McLaughlins. Isn't that there's a lot of musicians named McLaughlin? Not think, I like. Aaron is Aaron, is that a man or a woman? Or girl or boy? Ah, yes, you think that Daniel is better like that now. Yes, well, he's grown up a bit. He is in his 30s, I think. No, he's 28 or something. Very Irish. Aaron McLaughlin. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's not too safe. Yeah, that's sad. I often feel about, you go outside and you have to be careful of wolves and coyotes or bears. So you're always a bit aware. If you smell a really ripe smell, like really rank dogs or something, that's a bear. You know a bear's in the area. And of course, then there's those great big footprints. That's sort of a giveaway too. But they don't want to see you any more than you want to see them. However, and I think about, it's interesting that once you've gotten rid of all the animals, like I have no people out in the woods to be afraid of here. But when you like that for Daniel, eh? Yes, Daniel's good. His music. Once you get out in the woods, here, there's nobody in the woods ever. You don't have to worry about things. JG3. The GJ3. The J is for Johnny, right? But I call him Grateful because it's GJ3 full. I think that's grateful, and he's very grateful. He's always got his little prayer hand icon up there. I can never read what those icons say. Somebody will put a bunch of icons, and I'll look at them and think, whatever. You know, I imagine that they're happy icons, so I just leave it at that. I saw a little tiny bit of a rainbow yesterday. It precedes the snow, right? Have you ever seen that? There'll be the sun, and there'll be this halo around the sun. Sometimes it's close, and sometimes it's really big. Well, yesterday there was one that was really big, but you could only, and just this little piece of it was a beautiful rainbow, but you could tell it was part of that whole ring. Hey, now we have 10 people. Wow, this is a good time of day, isn't it? Everybody can chill out on their phones. Got the kids to bed. Not much left on television. You're kind of winding down. Good evening, Nancy. You are pretty in pink. Thank you. It brings out the pink in my cheeks. I had strawberry blonde hair. You'd think that that would have meant that my hair was pink. But it wasn't. Isn't. It's white. My son said actually it's blonde. But yes, you can call me G or GJ or even GJ3 too. Be okay for you too, Susan. I love the conversations that go on here. I love that you guys are getting to know each other. All these conversations about planting lavender and on jury duty and doing your housework while I'm doing some of mine. Be nice if I did all of it and then it was all clean. Wouldn't that be amazing to have the whole house clean? I could hire somebody if I could only find out and do that. It's 2 a.m. there, Aaron McLaughlin. Well, I guess sometimes when you wake up and you just check your phone, you just got to go check out what's going on, right? Oh, look, there's something live happening. I'm missing out. I got to go check. Oh, no, it was boring. That was okay. At least I know now. You guys are great. Yeah, and sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night and I go on, I just go on because I feel like it. You know, of course I have to get out of bed because then otherwise I'd be waking up Willem. Wouldn't that be amazing to have the whole house clean and organized at one time? When Scarlett lived here, it was very, very, very clean. It was so clean you could eat off of anywhere. But, of course, I couldn't do anything. It was absolutely forbidden. I would make a mess. Well, what are you going to do about that mess? Oh, that would have been terrible. But I survived. Now I have my mess again. See, when it's really clean, I don't do anything if it's too clean, right? You don't want to mess it up. But usually if I clean all the dishes and all the counters are sparkling, first thing I do is start cooking because I can think straight. I mean, you know, I can think. I like thinking. Do you ever like thinking? Oh, look, now we have 15 people and 9 thumbs ups. Look at this. We're attracting a crowd. It must be the pink blouse. That's what's... Oh, no, it's the curls. Everybody's here to see the curls. Yep. I've been playing with the mirror, or the whatever pro thing it is. I have to tell my daughter-in-law how wonderful it is. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. These are longer and those are shorter. Boing, boing, boing. I could use them for springs. Boing, boing. There must be a use for this somewhere. Boy, I look at least 2 years younger, don't I? Yes, indeed. I'm going backwards in time now. Yep, it's yesterday now. I have areas you cannot keep clean. Yeah, like for me too. It's like a whole house. Well, I can clean one area, and as long as I don't go in it, it stays great. Thank you, Aaron. This is my 2 o'clock in the morning look. These all got together and they all circled one another. These have not done anything so profound. You're a lost cause. Ah, there's no such thing as a lost cause. Some people say to me, "You can't. Is there anything you can't do?" Yes, I cannot keep a clean house. I cannot pick up after myself. I just have no interest in it. I need a full-time follower, someone that will follow me all around and put everything away after I drop it. But it gives me something to do later. You know. Then sometimes you're in the mood to clean, and what if it was already clean and you had nothing to do? But I find the worst thing about cleaning is that if you do it all the time, it is the most boring thing to do. And it takes up all your day. You just have a little sliver of time left. I got a permanent once in my hair. One side was curly and the other side was straight. It was horrible. And it was permanently like that. I cut my hair once and got a perm. And then I had to use a pick for it. And it was so curly. And my ex-husband did not like it. He felt like he was it was like I had thrown away something of his. It's like he owned my hair, and how could I dare cut it? Well, la-ti-di-da. But sad. Nancy, have you ever heard of squirrel pox? Our squirrels had it last spring and summer. They died in numbers. No, I've never heard of it. I haven't usually had many squirrels. One or two black squirrels and a few red squirrels. But this year, now that I'm feeding those turkeys, it is so much fun to feed the turkeys and have them show up and watch them out the window. Gives you a reason to get up in the morning. Oh, I gotta go feed the turkeys. Oh, I gotta check, is the deer here? That's when you get these early morning videos when in the middle of the night, I don't know how I know, but the light goes on outside. And next thing you know, I'm filming live in the middle of the night. And to keep it in a ponytail, mix it all together, right? Oh, you come home from the beauty parlor or whatever it's called. And the first thing you got to do is fix your hair because it's always uneven. And there was one style when my hair was short that I just loved. And once upon a time I would get it cut like that and nobody else could figure it out. I should have had a photo of it on my phone. And it was only at a certain length. But of course it would grow too long or it would be too short. And anyway, I like leaving my hair alone. Unless I'm going to twist it up. I have twisted hair. Boing. See, I put some of that mask stuff on it. It's for dry hair. It's shea butter. It probably made it look dull. Does it take the shine out? Well, and of course, when I empty the ashes out of the wood stove, that all just goes right to my hair. Make it like straw. After it ran through the colony, they dug up all of my garlic and ginger and ate them all. I guess they knew it would help. I just wanted to know if anyone else had seen this before. How long ago was that? Squirrel pox. I had chicken pox. When my mother found out that somebody had chicken pox, they immediately took us all over there. So we all got chicken pox at the same time. I think we lived in Teaneck at the time. Teaneck, New Jersey. Oh, now look, 13 people. Now, is that higher or lower? And 11 thumbs up. Look at that. Oh, life is improving every minute. I get thrilled when I get more than 3. I know they're talking about different animals with COVID and that bird flu and all those other animals that get something and it jumps to the human species. Boy, COVID sure ran through us, didn't it? That was a successful jump. He jumped and swung, leaping from tree to tree. What is that song about Tarzan and Jane? Swinging through the trees. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. When I watched Peter Pan years ago, and they had all these sort of skateboards on these ropes. They had all these zip lines everywhere and little trails up in the forest. I just thought that was so cool. I wanted to live there. But I'll just make another zip line if I ever want to do something wild again. I don't have any energy to do wild things now. It's because I'm sitting around so long. You know, if you sit around for a week and be sick, all your muscles and your whole body, well, they don't completely atrophy, but pretty much. And then you have a hard time getting going again. When I was little, my brother spit a huge wad of gum on the top of my head from upstairs. I was down at the bottom. My stepmom cut it out. My hair stood straight up for months. I got teased bad in school. That was before the day when they knew that if you get bubble gum on something, you just put ice on it. And then it all breaks off. It just cracks away. You don't have to cut your hair anymore. I can remember having to cut hair with gum in it. I would make oh man, bubble gum. I don't like the taste of bubble gum, but wasn't that fun to blow big, huge bubbles? Have a contest and get bigger and bigger, and then it goes splat all over your face and sometimes in your hair. Ah, the trials of life. You know, the trials started pretty early, didn't they? You know, this whole thing is almost the same color as my hair. Looks like I have very long hair. Very big hair. It's everywhere. There, my hair is coming down. I'm going to have to put it on the top. There. It just blends right in. There. This is my, what do they call it? Weaving, when they weave in hair, those long pieces. Extensions. What did we call it? We used to have those, a fall. That's right. Do you remember having a fall? Becky, are you still here? Do you remember putting a fall in your hair or something? I never had one, but other people did. They're now called extensions. You got to keep it moving. Though sometimes it's not always easy, but where you're all weak, he is strong. That's right, he is strong. Thank heavens for that. I'm sure you didn't look like a dork. But kids at school are pretty terrible. Did it look better or worse than the perm? To have the bubble gum cut. My son had a cowlick right here. I guess I have a cowlick there, right? That's what sends my hair this way and that way. But my daughter, Lida, she has two of them right here, and it pushed all of her hair forward, which was okay. And then my son had one right here, and it made his hair stand straight up. And so no matter what style you put it in, it looked pretty funny, eh? Well, I guess as it grew out, it would. Hi, here, Willem. Hello, Mr. Willem.
Hi, darling.
How's my sweetheart?
Your sweetheart is doing fine.
Did you wish to say hello to the world?
Hello, world.
Does it look like the world? Oh, it looks like yourself. You're part of the world, too.
I guess I am.
Look, you've got some sandpaper there. I need to do some sanding. Gotta keep him in line. This is live, you know. They know what we're up to.
Oh, really?
Aw, there he is. Let's kiss him. Exhibitionist. Is that exhibiting? No, that's different.
We'll leave that alone.
Did you have a nice meeting?
It was good, yeah, it was good.
You have a new assignment.
Oh,
You have to be really nice to me now, right?
oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yes, that's the lesson for today is be good. This is my Willem. We're getting old together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Some of us are aging faster than the other.
Whatever.
Yes, time flies when you're having fun.
Anyway, I better get some food in the fire. I think it's getting colder.
Ha! See, if you wait long enough, things happen. He turns and looks back at me.
If I wait long enough, it'll be summer. I won't have to do it anymore.
And if I wait long enough, it'll get done. Oh dear, I just put on a poncho.
Put this on here.
Oh, Marseille. Let's see. Who is Marseille? Oh, Marseille Bridel. Hello, hello. Now where are you, Marseille? Bridel. That's definitely not a Western name. That sounds like it's from a different language or from Europe. But not from the colonies. We weren't the colonies here in Canada. Oh, I was going to give you some Canadian history. Oh, Suriname. Wow. Now Suriname, where in the world is Suriname? Is that in Africa? Is that an island or is it a small country in Africa? Once upon a time I tried to learn all the countries in Africa. I think I did it on here. You could probably look it up on here and see countries in Africa. Nancy today, trying desperately to figure them out. Yes, I would go through the A's. There's Angola. I can't remember anymore. There are others. And then B is, there's two words, but a short word and a long word. I can't remember what those words are. And C, there's Congo. Oh, South America. Suriname is in South America? I wonder if I know all the countries in South America. Okay, you guys, let's see if we can do this. Okay, A, Argentina. B, Brazil. C, Chile. D, I don't think so. E, Ecuador. F, Falkland Islands. G, Ghana is in Africa. Marriage life is good when the helpers are good to each other. It is, yes. We have a good life, don't we? We enjoy each other. Okay, E, Ecuador. F, Falkland Islands. G, I don't think there's a G. H, I don't think so. I, J, K, Kenya is in Africa. L, Laos. L, J, K, L, M, N. C was Colombia too. I forgot Colombia. M, Mauritania, but that's Africa. MN, Nigeria, Nicaragua. That's Central America. Does that count? LMNO. Don't know. P, Peru. Q, Qatar, but that's over in the Middle East. QR, Rhodesia, that's in Africa. R, is there any R's? So let's see, there's Argentina and Chile. And then there's Brazil and Ecuador and Paraguay. I forgot Paraguay. And Colombia and Venezuela. And L, M, N, O, P. So we left Paraguay out. P, oh, Ecuador was there. P, Q, R, S, S. Oh, then Panama. That's up in the other one. And what's that one with all the beautiful birds? And then there's an island with the Galapagos Islands. Yeah, that's a G. Oh no, another geography lessons. I don't know any of this. Well, we have to remember. We have to figure it out. This is good. We put our little thinking caps on. Uh-oh, now we're down to 7. Well, you see, people didn't like the geography lessons so much. There's some of us diehards here. It's hard to kill us off. So let's see. PQRSTT. There's not many. Tanzania is in Africa. There's my dog is asleep in living room. He's dreaming. Sounds like he's getting hurt. Poor honey. Had to wake him. Oh. TU, Uruguay. V, Venezuela. W. X. Y. Z. Nope. Did I get them all? Are you still there, Rio de Janeiro? That's the capital of Brazil. Is that right? Oh, there's the Yucatan. That's in Mexico. Yeah. Did you know that there's 50? Mexico is actually called the United States of Mexico. I was there, and they had all the cabinet members. I was a travel writer, right? So there was a conference that was all the travel writers. There was Tianguis, which is the meeting of all of the travel writers that write about Mexico, and the airplanes and the hotels and the companies that sell those. So people would go down, like a tour guide would go down and he would buy so many hotel rooms and so many airplane flights, and he would put together packages. And so Tianguis was like a big symposium, or anyway, this whole lot of people with tables and all kinds of stuff. You walk around, everybody gives you a pen and a keychain or something. I like pens. Marcy Bredell. So Brazil is our neighbor. Which country are you in, did you say? Brazil. I gotta go back up here. Up, South America. Suriname. So where is Suriname? Beside Brazil. I'm gonna have to get a map out. Too bad when you ask Miss G, the Google Dot, where is she? She lives up here somewhere. There she is. She's upside down right now. She lives here, so anytime I can ask her a question. I can ask if she'd like to play a game with me. She usually gets all mixed up, though. So we're going to have a Pictionary game tomorrow from my daughter-in-law's company. It's her what is it called? A nonprofit. So she tries to get Canadian seniors. She tries to give them Apple little laptops, and she tries to have volunteers connect with seniors to help them to figure out how to do FaceTime or something so they can see their relatives. It's very good. What a nice person she is. She's helped so many people. She just figured she wanted to give back. She's been very blessed, and so she figured that. I like that you guys all like each other. It is a nice name. Marseille. Marise. How do you say it? How do you pronounce it? Como se dice, or que significa, but how do you say? Como se dice? Marise. MarYse. Look, we have 12 thumbs up and 9 people here. Hello, 9 people. So did you have a lovely day today? Did everything make you laugh? Did you smile from cheek to cheek and ear to ear? You know, I am so impressed with the Ukrainians. I thought at the beginning it was like, if nobody helps them, then they might as well just put their hands up and walk, and keep from being killed and just be incorporated into Russia. But no, they're like taking up arms and defending their country. It's like the Boston Tea Party or something. Like, heck no, you're not going to be in charge of us. I would rather die than have you in charge of us. And they're doing it. Like, and the Russian Russian soldiers are getting captured and given up, and they've even captured some of the tanks and things from them, and they've got all these anti-tank, anti whatever missiles, and like they're putting up quite a fight. I'm impressed. Like people are going from Canada, Mary from Mary with the S, Marys. Oh, so it's just Marys, Marys. I'm so impressed. Like, it's the most unselfish thing to be willing to die for your country and to actually, I mean, it's pretty likely that, but every now and then it's like, wow, this might work. This really, they might do it. But I just figure that at some point the whole world is going to get involved unless we want them to take over all of the former USSR countries. All of Eastern Europe becomes the USSR again. And so it's nice not to get into World War III, that's very true, but if they don't, they're going to do it later, right? I think. Hi, Ellen. How was court? Did you have a good time? I suppose you're not allowed to talk about it, right? Mum's the word. Good night. Good night, Anne. Enjoy your night. Have sweet dreams. There was a song we used to sing. Angels watching over me. All day, all night. Angels watching over me. Now I lay me down to sleep. Da 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 da. Angels watching over me, my Lord. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, angels watching over me. Angels. Hey, all done. Good job. Oh, that's nice not to have to keep going with it. So he was not guilty. So did everybody agree? You have to have a unanimous decision, don't you? I think that would be so hard to agree with everybody else. I don't think I've ever agreed with many people. That'll be the day. Good night. Good night, Becky. It's so nice you dropped in. I love you, darling. Keep making folks smile. I haven't been on Facebook in forever, so I don't know what you've been up to lately. But I always remember our days in the creek and at the river and in my rowboat. Remember that rowboat? And floating down the river in the inner tubes? Wasn't that fun? Yes, indeed. On that hot, hot Oconee River. I go swimming at the pool in the winter in the indoor pool, and it's cold. But the hot pool is too hot. I get too zapped of energy by the time I'm done. So I think I'm going to wear my wetsuit. I think I'm going to try going swimming with my wetsuit on. But I just don't want to look like an idiot. However, I always look like an idiot. So why would I worry about it then? I used to worry when I was really big and fat, and I would think, "Oh my gosh, I'm really big and fat." But then I would realize that nobody cared the least bit what I looked like. They look, and that was like, that's it. They know. It's not like when you're a teenager. Grateful said, I have hope for all the souls, both in and around both Ukraine and Russia, as well as all of those throughout the UK, Europe too, and all around the Middle East too. And you know what? All around the whole world too. Yeah, so everybody's on an individual journey, and everybody's trial is specific for themselves. And the trials that we get are the trials that will help each of us grow the most, that we will get the most growth from this. And I'm just so impressed with those people and how selfless they are. That they would be willing, like, and now, and I hear about all the people that ran out that have gotten away, and I'm like, I don't have that same feeling. But if he ever tries it again, it will be on record, and my daughter did her part, and he doesn't have to be guilty of letting it happen to someone. So you were on the jury of the person that this was. I would have thought that they would have had to recluse you because you're you're related to these people in there. That's interesting that they, how they when they pick a jury, they usually, that's interesting. So they found him not guilty. If he ever tries it again, it will be on record, and my daughter did her part. Doesn't have to be guilty of letting it happen to someone else. Yes, grateful is a good man here. Ellen, this is quite. There's so many things happening out there in the world. In our own little world, we don't really have time to deal with the big world out there. Yes. I like you guys. I'm glad that you're the people that come to hang out with me. I attract a good crowd. That's right. Which is pretty cool because, usually if you want a big crowd, you have to serve food. What do you guys get out of this? A good laugh. Sometimes you get a good laugh. Sometimes I'm not up to it. But I had a good time today playing Minecraft. And then Zane got on this evening. And he was wanted to play with me. And he was going to put these pictures on the wall. And I didn't really like the kind of pictures that they give you to put on the wall. They're like monster pictures. And so I put maps. And so I was out there wandering around making maps. You click on it and the map shows up. And you have to keep them in order. The robins are coming back to Wisconsin. Wow. I thought Wisconsin was colder than we are. We're down in between the Great Lakes, or just, in that area. Not between them. That would be Huron, Erie, and Ontario. And Huron, Michigan is on one side, and Ontario is on the other side, and then there's Lake Superior. But you're higher up. Like, we're at 45. Does Zane play better than Desmond? Zane is younger. Desmond's 7 and Zane is 6. Maya's 5. 5, 6, and 7. And so, or is he 5? Yeah, he's 6. No. I think Desmond probably knows more than Zane. Desmond watches a lot of Minecraft videos and learns all kinds of stuff. But Zane has been watching them too. He's got some good ideas. We were trying to make a door that would... Hi, Sammy Fernandez from San Antonio, Texas. Nice to see you. I gotta get my book out and write all these people down in all these places. I need to put a map on the wall and plot everybody on the map. I like maps. I grew up with maps. Actually, I could just use an atlas book. And I should just go through the atlas but I don't know more than just which country it is. But I could put a check mark or put a name on the page. It's kind of winding down time, isn't it? So, Sammy, yes, come to Texas. Lots of great things to do. I came to San Antonio. I wrote to the San Antonio Tourism Association or whatever, the Chamber of Commerce, and asked for a press kit, and they sent me a press kit. Anybody can do that. And they sent me a press kit, and it was the fattest press kit I've ever received from anywhere. It was like this thick with all the brochures. I went to the Alamo twice, 2 different trips. You have robins all year long, Susan? Seems like I saw a robin lately. Not in real life, probably. Yes, I went to the hill country, and there was a to Fredericksburg, and it was a lot of German stuff. We had a German meal and German music. Oh, it was really good. This sauerkrauts played. I bought their CD. It was, or maybe they gave it to us. Sometimes they did that for travel writers. And then we went to see this bird, and it was a rare bird, and the only place you can ever see it is this one area in Texas. And I was there, and we were going to that, and then it was time to eat lunch. And so, no, we can't go because we have to go to lunch. Their priorities, you know. Of course, it was a free lunch, and all the meals were comped, and so we had to go because that had to be part of our article if we were going to write about these places that we were taking. That's what I thought. But I think is that where I saw black vultures? Like we have turkey vultures, but I think out there was black vultures. There's a lot of birds in Texas. It was a wonderful trip. I went all over Texas to Port Aransas, and I saw the hooping cranes, hoopers, some people down there call them, and the spoon-billed rosettas, and flamingos. Did I see flamingos there, or did I see them in Mexico? I think it might have been Mexico. Somewhere near Acapulco, we were driving along. I didn't really go to the beach. We were on a, oh, good night, Marys. I'm going to bed and putting my grandson to sleep. Love you all. Well, I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for coming by, and good night, grandson. Enjoy Grandma. Isn't it wonderful to be a grandmother? If I'd have known it was so good to be old, I would have gotten here quicker. We have a lot of wild peacocks, too. Really wild peacocks. Only place I ever saw a peacock on a trip was in front of a resort in Mexico. It was in the jungle. It was in the Yucatan. Everybody's saying goodnight to Mary's. It's nice to have a drop-in center, you know? You could just come, stay for a few minutes, say hi and say bye, and have a bit of a chat. Yes, indeed. So I never cooked anything today. We still were eating the scalloped potatoes from yesterday with the almond butter on them. And I didn't finish doing my blouse. I was really into Minecraft. I really wanted to play it today. I wanted to figure out where I was. And now I found out, you know, all that lava, where the lava is. And now I've got home and I got all my buckets, but now I have to go back there, and I could ride my horse. The horse is really good. It's a lot easier. Oh yes, we have a place in town called Medical Center where all the hospitals are and peacocks just walk wild. Is that right? There's a lot of hospitals down there. No owners, just free, so it's nice to see. So they're wild. Now, were they always wild there? Is that like their habitat, or somebody had them in a zoo and a hurricane came through and wrecked the zoo and all the peacocks went free and bred, and now they're everywhere. So many beautiful birds in Texas. Oh, and I went to the King Ranch and to Corpus Christi. The King Ranch is near Corpus Christi, I think. And we went on a birding tour there. Oh, they were wonderful. We see Willem dehydrated potatoes, so he dehydrated them into slices. First he cooked them a little bit, and then he dehydrated them. The robins migrate south for the winters, and the saying is, snows 7 times on the robin when they come back. They sure do come back too early. I'm always a little worried about them. I'm not sure. I think maybe they started as pet, then bred on, but there's tons. Isn't that wonderful? I remember once in Georgia, there was a whole flock of robins in the trees, and I also saw a whole flock of bluebirds, and I thought, that's where my birds are. Look at it. Here they are. I'm just going to go follow them. When the Canada geese fly over in the fall, the autumn going south, I always wave to them and say, "It's okay. I'll take care of things here till you get back." We have so many little conversations going on. I feel rude not not carrying on with each conversation. I'm so distracted. I just go on with every other thought that comes to mind. You know, in Georgia, when we swung over that ravine on that rope, that was really fun. We used to it was so awesome. You could sit on the big knot, or you could hang on it, and you could drop off. It was really cool. It was very steep and high up, and the rope wasn't as, you could go way back, and then you just go way down. It was a long way. Hey, that's what I should have over our valley. Thanks, Grateful. Should have a rope swing over it. You could go from one side to the next. Ah, what a perfect idea. It's better than a zip line. Nah, maybe not. There is a rope swing on the other side of the hill. It's called Rope Swing Valley. Rope Swing Hillside over there. But there's a whole bunch of huge trees that have fallen down. So even though it's an ironwood tree that's holding the swing up, and it's been there for years. It was already there for a long time before we got here, and we've been here 25 years. I'd say it's about 35 years old. So I put up another rope beside it once upon a time, so there's 2 ropes there. The idea is you hold on to both of them. Well, it's getting late. I guess I could either yawn and make everybody else yawn, or I could just say goodnight and we could be done with it, and that's it. So remember, keep your stick on the ice, and I'm rooting for you. We're all in this together. I stole them from Red Green. I'm supposed to say you can do this at home. Results may differ. Stray, I'm getting sleepy now. I played too much Minecraft today. Good thing I did something. Good night, Sammy. It was nice to see you. Good night. Hi, Terry Goodwin. Nice to see you too. I love looking your names up on my comments and seeing all the comments you guys have ever made. And then I can sort of put everything together because everybody tells me a little bit in one comment. And so if I put all your comments together in my head, then I know a little more about who you are. Good night, Grateful. Good night, Susan. Good night, Ellen. Good night, Sammy. Good night, Susan. Did I say Susan? Good night. Marcy is already gone. That's really cool, all these things you guys have told me about. Anybody else? I think there was somebody else here. But it takes a long time to go back up through everything because you guys have a lot to say. So nice to have this little, it's like going out to tea. Let's all meet at McDonald's. And Anne was here for a while. Good night, Anne. And I'm going to have to look up Suriname. Boy, we have a lot of things to say. And Jeannie. Good night, Jeannie. Or did she already have to go? She already had to go earlier. And Anne, who left. And that's it, I think. And Aaron McLaughlin. Good night, Aaron. And Carmen Mejas. Oh, I hear the television in there. Oh, and Robin. Good night, Robin. And Becky. And Carmen, we already said Carmen. Gee, we've got a lot of people who have been here today. And Amy Edwards, good night, Amy. And Suze, good night, Suze. How many people is that? That's a lot of people. And Binary Boy, hi, Binary Boy, good night. Okay, I think I've gone through everybody. That's the works. So talk to you in the morning, unless the deer comes in the middle of the night, and then I'll have to show him to you. Good night. Take care. Rest well. Have faith. Say your prayers. Oh, maybe we should have a prayer. Let's have a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this lovely day we've had. I really appreciated having snow. Thank you for watching over us all. Even though the elements may combine against us all, we'd like to thank Thee for the experiences that we've had today. Thank you for blessing us with another day, and please help us to think back on our day and how did we do, and are we getting better and being more like Thee, and thank you for forgiving us for all of our mistakes. And we're so grateful to Thee for being there and for listening to our prayers. And please bless all these people that have been drawn to this channel. And bless us all that we can continue to uplift one another and spread goodwill and have fun together. And please bless those out there that have all that negative stuff going on. Bless all those people with difficult circumstances, that they might feel that Thou art with them and feel Thy peace in spite of all the chaos that's going on around them. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Oh, Jim Bob. Oh, yes. Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Pecker. Night, Louise. Night, Jason. Little Women on PBS. Good night, everybody. Good night, Donald Visconti. He replied on the other place. See you guys. Okay, where's the button? I'm gonna push it. Get ready. Here we go. Woo.